What's up YouTube? My name is Jim and today we're unboxing the Erevo 2.0. This is the newest addition to the Traxxas lineup of Erevo. This is the 2018 edition. Now this is the VXL brushless. It's 6S. You will go 70 miles per hour in this thing because it is 6S, and this thing is built like a tank. So what we're going to do is unbox this vehicle. We're going to see what comes inside, and then we're going to take a deeper look at the actual vehicle and do a little bit of comparison to the old edition and this new edition. So the first thing we notice is we get the top qualifier 2.4 gigahertz radio transmitter. Very simple and basic transmitter. Comes with some tools. It also does come with a couple extra pieces for the truck itself. And then it does have decals in here as well as a registration card for warranty. There is a quick start user guide and manual in here, as well as some battery information. And then there is some radio information for the telemetry. And then we have the user guide parts and manual in here, so hold on to this. Now at the time of this recording, Traxxas has released two different color schemes. There is an orange and a blue version, as well as a green and blue version, which we are unboxing today. Now this body is adopted from the XMAXX. It is using the quick release system, as you guys can see from underneath. How this simply works is you slide it in the front of the vehicle and you clip down on the back. It is so much better than using body clips, and if you've never used this system before, you are 100% missing out. Now moving on to the tires, we have a all new tire. This is an all-terrain tread. These are the Talon EXT tires. They have a 6-spoke black wheel on here. Now the tires are foam inserted. They are glued down to the wheel, and the one noticeable thing is that we have splined aluminum 17mm hex hubs on here, and those really do stand out on these black tires. Taking a look at the carriers, they're very easy to notice because they do have these silicone rubber seals on them. They are blue. We also do have sealed bearings in the carriers as well, all the way around the vehicle. Now there is a steel cup, which I will show you in a quick second here, but we are using 8mm hardened steel output shafts, as well as 5mm suspension links, and then a double wishbone for the actual suspension. And you'll notice a lot of things between the original Erevo and this one, but this one is much wider, so the stance is much wider in this vehicle. And then those are the cups that I was referring to that go into the Metal Gear differential, and I believe they are using a pretty heavy oil for that differential fluid. Moving on to the suspension system of this vehicle, this is the advanced inboard suspension system that the Erevo is known for. Now we are using GTR shocks. They're very nice. You'll notice that there's a lot of dampening with this type of system, especially with the suspension system. Now these shocks are fluid filled, they're aluminum, and yes, you can adjust the threading on here, which is very nice, so you guys can increase or decrease that tension in the actual springs with those threaded shocks. As you guys can see from behind, there is quite a bit of travel. Now the cool thing about this truck is it is using a dual servo steering system. Now these are the 2075 servos, so it still is a bell crank steering system. We're just using 2 servos, and I believe that there's 250 ounces of torque coming out of this system. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's combined. I don't think it's separate. And then we do have protective covers because these are on the bottom of the truck. Now the Erevo is known for having these quick release battery compartments on the side of the chassis. This is where we will put our batteries in. Now we also do have a adjustable battery compartment inside. Now there are vents in the front and the back too to keep the batteries nice and cool, and there is this little slit where you can actually run your wire out and plug it into the ESC. Now on the side of the vehicle, we do have our radio receiver here, and there is a little blue anodized aluminum for the antenna coming up there. And then we do have a 5mm blue aluminum. It's blue anodized aluminum, and that is our motor mount. And it's a very cool system. The truck overall is pretty lightweight. Now there is a metal gear differential obviously in the center on both ends, and then we do have a 2200 kVm brushless motor capable of going 70 miles an hour. Now the cool thing about this is it is 6S, so we are using the VXL 6S ESC, and there is actually onboard telemetry on here. All you need is the Bluetooth module in the controller, and you can actually get all those readouts on your phone. Now I did want to show you a 4S LiPo battery because the plugs are different, so you won't be able to plug a 4S LiPo battery into this vehicle because of the ID technology. So Traxxas was really good at people putting the correct battery in the actual vehicle, so just be aware of that. So there is a spoiler in the back of the vehicle as well. I know I didn't cover every little detail about this car, but the spoiler actually is useful. It will actually help you like self-right in the car if you flip it over. Little things like that, and it just definitely looks cool. It makes the vehicle just look 100% complete. Now the tires on here are obviously much bigger, they're much wider. I compared them right next to an XMAXX. They're not too much smaller than an actual XMAXX tire. Now I did want to tell you guys one thing here. The vehicle weighs about 11.2 pounds. It's about 18 inches tall. 18 inches wide, 8 inches tall, and 23 inches long. That is from the front bumper to the end of the spoiler. And overall, it's basically a mini XMAXX. This thing is awesome. It's built for bashing. There's plenty of power in here. Now, you guys can pick this up at dollarhobbies.com as well as the parts in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, give us a sub. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And as always, peace.